Hello again, YouTube. It's Garth here. It's Sunday, I don't know what the date is, 16th, something like that. It's 20 past 2 p.m. Yeah, Sunday the 16th, roughly. Anyway, just to clarify things a little bit. I've been thinking of working overseas for a while, probably since early last year sometime, and I inquired with one company in Canada because I can't get a visa to work in America, and I'd need a direct job offer from an American company to work there, for them to do paperwork and everything for me. So I couldn't directly find a company in America to offer me that sort of position, where they could just do paperwork for a one-off guy. I needed to find companies that regularly use foreign workers, I guess, so they have the paperwork in place. They have government the government systems, or the way the government works. It's easy for the companies to get foreign people in on foreign visas and so forth. Now, for a truck driving job, a non-educated position, I guess there's really no companies in America that get foreign drivers in anymore. They used to. I think the visas back in 2000, before pre-2007, the visas were different. But everything's changed. So now it's only Canada where companies regularly get foreign workers in. So, as I said, early last year, I'll try and keep the light good. The light's not too good. So, as of early last year, I inquired with one company in particular. They sent me an application, and I had trouble getting my employment letters, my letters of employment, from previous employers. So I just continued to work whilst waiting for these previous employers to send me letters. And as you may know by my previous videos, I was pushing my luck, driving to and from Lismore all the time in my personal car. Time-wise, I was just pushing my luck. I was a bit greedy. I should have moved down there. Instead, I stayed living here with my family. Not my family, but with my mother, basically. I kept living here with her like I say, I think I was greedy, just trying to save as much money as I could, instead of paying for my own rent in Lismore, where I would have been closer to work, and there just would have been less travel time in my car, and it would have been a lot more kosher. But so the position was that the letters of employment weren't coming, and I kept working. I did get one letter of employment, and that was from the employer that I was currently working for, but the other previous employers, they weren't sending letters. So I kept working, and come about 4 weeks from Christmas, I think the start of summer, it was the first week of summer over here, the police really came out in force, and I was just doing the wrong thing, trying to get to work, and got in trouble for it. So it all came to a head, and I had to leave where I was currently working because I was going to have a license suspension. So the company I was company I was inquiring to in Canada, they won't take me now, because obviously if I had left Hearns and got my letters of employment together, my driver's abstract or my history would be a lot better, and that first company I was inquiring to would probably still take me. Now, they do drive into America. They send drivers cross-border. But now I have to, I'm going to start with another company in Canada which doesn't send drivers cross-border. I'll be strictly staying inside of Canada. Now, the company I'm going to work for, I don't think they know I've got a license suspension because I haven't sent them a driver's abstract. But when I do go, my license suspension will be over here in Australia. It will be finished and done with. But if I kept driving here, I'd only have one demerit point available to me over the next 11 months. And if I lost that 1 point in the next 11 months, I would have to take another 3-month suspension for accumulated loss of demerit points or accumulation of demerit points. So when I go to Canada, I have to take my Australian driving history with me, and they transfer my license to a Canadian license, and they put me on their it's a sliding scale they have over there, as far as I know so far. You can be in the safety zone or in the penalty zone. So when I start over there, I should still be just inside the safety zone. But I don't really think, I have spoken to the licensing body over there via email, and they've, as far as I know, you can slide into the penalty zone, up to like 20 or plus demerit points, but you don't ever lose your license for penalties that aren't too severe. You just end up having to pay more for your insurance on your own vehicle, personal insurance on your vehicle. Now, whether that's an issue for my commercial license, whether the company needs me to be at a certain level, safety or penalty wise, I'm not sure what their rules are, or if they have any company rules on where a driver needs to be with his safety record, I guess, or penalty record. So, but anyway, that's where I'm at. So my employment overseas hasn't come about in the best of ways, really. So I can't really go with the company that will let me run cross-border. I'll just be starting with a company that will be working me inside Canada only. And I just hope that my license history is not a problem for the company's policies. When it's all said and done, and it's time to get to work. I hope everything's okay. Otherwise, it'll just be a holiday, I guess. It'll be a bit of a I can't even find the words to describe it. It'd be just a trial sort of trip. So yeah. Anyway, I hope that clears things up a bit. I know it's a long description. Anyway, I better go and try and. I think that's it. I'll just look back on this, and if there's anything else I need to touch on, I'll get back to you.